You said I'm a sassy man. Man, go get your money up. You said you needed $20. Damn, I can't.
Are you serious, my brother?
Just take it all, bro. Take it all. Is that even a sassy man? I low-key just wanted an excuse to wear all this. Reason why I did all that is because we got a sassy man era going on. My boy Tommy NFG, sassy man era. We're about to see what that's about.
As a man, according to the internet's new rules, you officially get categorized as two groups nowadays. You're either group A.
Don't forget, I'm invincible.
I guess it's like gym people. I don't know. Just keep watching. This is literally 10 seconds in. I'm already pausing.
Or you're either group B.
Pretty accurate.
Alright guys, on 3 we're gonna take a boomerang. We're gonna shake our bottles, okay? So 1, 2, 3.
You look stupid, man.
And I speak for all men when I say we
So like soft dudes? Soft? I don't know.
only classifies these and it's impossible to fit another category. Anyways, y'all, the talk of the interweb for the past couple of years has been that men are getting quote unquote soft. But it's been really ramping up from last year to now when people have been talking more about it. And a majority of the time, the main people saying this are men online, obviously. Whether it just be a comment on a post, an alpha male podcaster saying humanity is falling because of it. But another category of people that I also haven't seen mentioned that say it too is women online. I always have to say this because people are sped. Not all women are like that and say men need to be more manly and less sassy.
Nah, this shit right here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, what is this? Gorilla. This the 100. This is what you gotta fight. This a nigga. This a gorilla nigga. Y'all talking about 100 men versus one gorilla. Show gorilla right there, nigga.
But usually the people I see mention that say it are the alpha gurus and male podcasters. And I don't usually see women mentioned in the conversation about it. They have another name for it too. They call it the quote unquote sassy man apocalypse. And how it works is
I've never seen that before. Like, this is my first time ever hearing the sassy man era.
it'll be a man posting something on TikTok of them doing a more feminine like activity. Could be something like doing Pilates. And before someone's like, huh, well, Tommy, those are perfectly normal activities that any gender can— Shut up! Calm your ass down. This ain't a Twitter comment section. We all know anyone can do these activities. Like, I don't have to explain when I say a feminine activity. And whenever a man posts him doing one of these activities, you'll at least get a couple of people in the comments saying, why is he acting so zesty or sassy? And it don't even gotta be something crazy for real. Like, a man could record himself and be drinking matcha in the video. And you'll have some people in the comments like, yo, bro, that's a little zesty. Why are you getting matcha, not pure black coffee?
Bro, coffee's ass, bro. I done had both black and whatever other stuff they throw in it, bro. Ugh, stuff is disgusting. It tastes like if booty was a drink that's socially accepted. I'm nodding in my head like that's it right there. That's that shit. That was perfect analogy. Like, heck no. Let me unpause this video.
What am I gonna do with all these sassy men around? Like, why are you drinking the girly drinks? As a man on the internet, if you post you doing something like that, you really won't win. If you post you doing something slightly perceived as a feminine thing, you'll get hate from men and women. And I think this whole thing stems from older generations. Since Gen Z and before was raised by older generations that usually followed the traditional ways, a lot of us have carried these ways to our adulthoods. And you can pick out the good and bad between the things that we were taught compared to now. I'm not here to be a therapist and get everyone's perspective on how that lifestyle has affected them for good or bad. There's traditional things that work for some people and some don't, simple as that. But there's definitely things we can all universally agree on that they were low-key tripping over as men back in the day. Looking back at it, I couldn't live as a man like 20 to 30 years ago because you had to be boring as and fit in or your ass was gonna get flamed. A good example is like wearing pink. Back then, would not dare to touch the color pink because they knew if they did, they would probably get roasted by their friends or their family would think they're zesty. Shoot, up until my elementary school years, we still had that mindset. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really change. And even something like skincare. Bro, you could—
Okay, yeah, that one's crazy, bro. Not taking care of your skin. Like, what? Maybe them dudes like, bro, you put skincare on with flakes coming off every time they make a facial gesture or something. Disgusting. Make it smell like Christmas every time they smile.
Couldn't even take care of your skin without a potentially giving you the gay allegations. Men low-key lived like cavemen back then. A lot of the fashion we wear too nowadays, they would think is zesty back then. You couldn't even put that on without getting the allegations. Like, it was just crazy. And I think the good thing about our generation is we're saying basic like, you can actually dress good and wash your face can happen without you getting the zesty allegations or being made fun of by your friends. But clearly some people are still entrenched into that old mindset. You got people like FitX Fearless, who I'm sure some of y'all have heard.
This guy, bro. Y'all seen that one video of him trying to like flirt with that girl? And he said, this is how you talk to a girl, bro. It was the most awkward thing ever. Like, I'll put it in the video if I can find it. It's the most awkward thing ever. And on top of that, she said no. So, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I don't want my coach not winning. All right?
But if you don't know, he's another one of those alpha gurus who has his own course on how to become rich and handsome. And people actually pay to get advice on how to improve their looks from him.
Like these girls, they want Duke Dennis. They don't want me. It's not fair.
Oh, shut the hell up.
They want the jewelry, the rich guy. They want everything. They don't want a regular Joe.
He built himself. Ain't nobody gave that dude shit. He built himself. You motherfucker get every dude at the finish line and be like, oh, why do women want him? Because he tried.
And he's one of those people I feel like that holds the traditional mindset from the past completely. Because he's always complaining about the new generation and the...
I mean, that's, you know, like, that wasn't bad. That wasn't actually bad. That wasn't that bad. Because it's like somebody just took an industrial fan, blew his shit back. Pause. Now let me play this video.
Like, oh, why do women want him? Because he tried.
And he's one of those people I feel like that holds the traditional mindset from the past completely. Because he's always complaining about the new generation and the styles people are rocking now. Like, he just hates any man that wears something.
Alright, I ain't gonna lie. This shit is so them baggy pants, bro. They're so ugly. Those baggy pants so ugly. There's those pants that go all the way to the ground. The ones that are like bell bottoms, but overly hella bell with no bottom. Like, it's just endless. Shit's no, bro. That stuff, those are so ugly, bro. I stand on that.
Something baggy and thinks it looks childish. And he has multiple videos of him saying it makes you look homeless and dumb.
I'm gonna keep telling y'all dress like little kids. I don't care what anybody say, bro. The classy.
Okay, whoa. What? Can you breathe? Golly. His pants are tight. I mean, they're dress pants, but like, good night, dog. It don't hurt anywhere. Not just the pants. Bro, you gotta let that breathe.
Man is always the best looking man. Nobody could beat that guy. I don't give a damn what you say, bro. I don't give a damn about no new trends, these baggy clothes bullshit that you idiots think look cool. You don't look like a man. I don't give a damn what you think. Stop wearing baggy clothes. They make you look homeless. The losers on the internet want you to believe that a guy who dressed classy, a guy who wears fitted clothes, something is wrong with him. Not the guy who looks homeless.
Okay, let me go back.
Classy, guy who wears fitted clothes. Something is wrong with him. Not the.
This isn't bad. That's literally not bad. It's calm.
The guy who looks homeless and wears baggy clothes that is quote unquote comfortable. The problem with this is you don't command respect with your image.
I'm sorry, bro.
What?
But I'm not trying to look like the Rock from the 90s every time I step out the house. Or dress like I'm going to a wedding every day. Some occasions deserve the fitted clothes and some deserve the baggy clothes.
Like right now, like, y'all see it. I don't have a tie though.
Embarrassing.
That's all it is. Because fashion has always been the one thing that's progressed and changed depending on its time. So why would you want to stay one style forever without trying different things? If people treated fashion like his thinking forever, then we'd still be wearing those 1800s outfits. This is the type of thinking older generation.
Not catching me in that. Imagine me in one of these. Why they waist so big? What are these one-piece proportions? What? Dog, look at this dude in the back.
Lord have mercy.
Disgusting. What is that? I don't know who was drawing this. Keep this shit unreleased.
Outfits. This is the type of thinking older generations still have though. Like, he low-key gives me the vibes of what a woman in her 50s would dream as their one-night stand. Universally with fashion though, I think we've all been way more open to changing up things in our generation. I mean, in 2017, we're dressing like this and we realized, all right, we gotta change this up. But then you go out actually putting that on and you're gonna have some older family member side-eyeing you, thinking you might swing the other way because you wanted to dress nice. A thing you'll hear some women say online is the phrase, men used to go to war. And it's used as an insult online, usually when it's a man doing something perceived more feminine. When I say perceived more feminine too, it really doesn't even have to be that. It could just be him doing something fun. It's to the point where some of them will literally record random men in public to make fun of them for it.
That's weird. That's weird. That's like this, like he's just doing, I don't know, studying or something. can't sip his drink? He can't sip his drink? Is that the issue here? Can't sip his drink and work on homework? Type. Men used to go to war, now they take photos on the addition staircase. Okay. Yo, Misery. Hey, look. Misery likes company, bro. Like it's a
Like,
picture.
all bro did in the first video was drink a frappe he bought with his hard-earned money. And all they did in the other was take a picture at a staircase. And by the way,
Like what?
there's a more than 100% chance men built those stairs. So I'd be damned as a man if I can't take pictures of something I build. I'll take a million pictures if I want to. The whole men used to go to war thing doesn't make sense to me because, for one, millions of men still do go to war all over the world. Like, do you not read the news or something? There's about a war started every week nowadays. And for the men at war in the past, do you think they actually wanted to be there? Men had zero
Not at all.
choice but to be in the war. They would literally draft your name out a hat and you had to be in the field. Or your ass was getting sent to prison to eternally be a named Bubba's prison wife. Also, there's a lot of countries where men around the world are still required to be in the military.
Bro, ever since somebody pointed this out, that strand of land above Europe, I can only see the D. Now it's stuck in y'all's mind too. You're welcome.
Like in South Korea, BTS had to stop for a while because some of the members had to do their mandatory military service.
I ain't gonna lie, I would hate that shit, bro. Knowing my luck, I would go in as soon as a war would have to start.
This type of president to me probably isn't the best thing to set, because if y'all really do want it to go back to men fighting in wars and stuff, as a man, as soon as you turn 18, you're getting sent on your way to serve your duties, then be prepared as a woman. If you don't cook for your husband one day, you and the children got a 50% chance of getting beat that night, because that's what the older generations of men did. Like, I really don't think you want to be in that generation. And then you go in the comment sections of these videos and it's women saying things like, men are so princessy now, or so many princesses. I also get confused by this too, because isn't it mainly women saying men need to be more tapped in their emotions? Like, for decades, the complaint has always been that men are so emotionless and never like to express themselves. And that definitely is true a lot of times. You try to talk to any man over 60 about mental health or therapy and they go, mental health? My mental health was working 128-hour work weeks at 10 years old and walking 5 miles to school after and then walking 5 miles back to finish the day. Then going on my grandpa's boat and fishing 5 fish a day for the entire family to eat. Mental health is something you made up after the 2000s. That was my impression of a blue-collar worker. Then when...
That was good. I was gonna put my input, but he said it all. He said it all.
Health is something you made up after the 2000s. That was my impression of a blue-collar worker. Then when men nowadays actually try to express themselves, we're sassy and princesses? This just shows me that a lot of y'all saying this will say one thing online, then act completely different when it comes to actual situations. Now, I obviously don't think all the women saying men used to go to war are serious and they're just joking, but it's one of those things where it's so many people saying it, everyone can't be joking about it. I didn't realize this until I grew up, but in our generation, there's still a ton of women that want to live that more traditional lifestyle. Because all you would see on ads and online for years, it was all about independence for women and living that lifestyle, which if it works for you, that's amazing, you know, I don't got no complaints. But then as I grew up and would ask the women around in my life what they wanted for the future, you know, when I became college age and everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, I would hear a surprising amount of them saying the more traditional thing and maybe working a side job just so they're not bored. Nothing wrong with that either. Should I know in the future for me, I'm gonna provide the best I can for whoever I'm with. As long as the relationship is healthy, it really shouldn't concern anyone. Then a couple of years ago, that thing blew up on TikTok called trad wives, where it's pretty much women talking about their traditional lifestyle and what they live like. Can this lifestyle turn into a toxic thing? Yes. But that's why you have to have a group of good people around you to tell you when it may be turning into that. You know, it can turn real quick from happily married with kids and living your dream lifestyle to you overcooking the chicken one day and getting RKO'd on the dining room table. I think there is a correlation of this type of lifestyle starting to trend more and more, and you know, men getting called sassy and zesty and online. You know, this is just my view, but I wasn't really seeing this ramp up like this until recently. People be forgetting there's a large amount of women who also have the traditional mindset of thinking too. Anyways, to wrap everything up, as a man, you shouldn't be crashing out and angry over your girl asking you if you want to get a pedicure with her, and be worried you're gonna get perceived as sassy online if people see it. Maybe it's just
yeah, like, bro, just like genuine. Like, this is one of the things where it's like, just be secure in your masculinity and just go do that stuff with your wife. It'll be a fun experience. They might get your toes, you might giggle a little bit. okay, bro. You still a man? You still a man? Just giggle a little bit.
The name. If they called it a manly feet cleaning, I wonder if more men would be open to doing it.
Manly.
Like, it's fine to take care of your skin and make sure you're looking right. And you can do all this while also doing the traditional, more manly stuff. Like locking in with the gym and lifting and providing for whoever you're with in life. I could just never take it serious if another person is trying to call me sassy online because of something. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
He said it all. Honestly, at the end of the day, we still getting money. Nah, I'll play. I'm done with that. I'm done. At the end of the day, bro, nobody can and will be fully masculine. I know it's cool. I know it's cool to see, like, with anime, I guess, or some shows, see that cold-hearted, like, dude. But that's a show, bro. You can't be that dude, bro. Especially if you aren't that type of dude, bro. You cannot. Anyways, though, yeah, that's it for this. It's hot. Catch y'all later. I think it turned me black.